These are the confessions of a recovering people pleaser. Story time. So, I really loathed this young woman in grad school who was a very obvious people pleaser, saying anything to make whoever she was talking to like her in the moment. She also, though, didn't realize that she had already said the truth to her friends who didn't realize that she had been lying to me. And so every time she would say something very people please, like, oh my god, I'm so with you, oh my god, I love your singing, oh my god, I love this, oh my god, I was like, girl, I already know you're lying. Well, first I was just like, like that, and but then eventually I was like, listen, I don't like you. I don't know if you didn't get from me, like, frowning, from me not talking to you, from me looking away from you, from me literally saying, I don't like you. Girl, I don't like you. That would just make her try harder. The more I would disregard her compliments, the more I would avoid her, the more she sought me out. And it definitely gave me, like, those pick-me-girl vibes, and I was just like, oh, you fucking pick-me-girl. And I was very much a very don't-pick-me girl. I don't think we talk about that a lot. A don't-pick-me girl. That'll be another video. Hey, kitty cat. But then recently, my whole life, but obviously 2020 was very traumatic for all of us. 2020 to 2022 was like constant violence, abuse, mayhem, poverty for me. I was like, yo guys, I'm exhausted from the constant pew, pew, pew life has given me. And I didn't really process that trauma at all. And 2023, I became the ultimate people pleaser. And it's not to say I wasn't a people pleaser before, but I definitely struggle with being defiant sometimes unnecessarily. Sometimes necessarily, but oftentimes unnecessarily. But no, last year I was definitely in like the, oh my god, just nobody abuse me, please. Nobody hit me. Nobody like do anything to me, please, for the love of God. And even to people who would never do that, I was like very, like, just, yeah. I became the thing that I despise. In becoming the thing I despised, I was able to let go of the hate because I could understand where she was coming from. I could understand becoming so comfortable with abuse or unsafe practices and adapting in ways to combat the fear. If you can't combat the threat, then you combat the fear with things like fawning, with people pleasing. And it was so bizarre to spend so much time hating her and then to be in this position to understand her. These are assumptions, really. I can't say I fully understand her because we haven't spoken since we parted ways, which is fine by me. And I totally get now why people want to stay away from me. And they absolutely should, because she was driving me crazy. And I can see now how I was driving people crazy with my people pleasing. Because it wasn't just people pleasing, it's lying, it's manipulation, it's saying whatever you can think to say in the moment out of the perception of self-preservation. But in fact, the result is that you're actually destroying yourself in hopes that people won't destroy you. But the result is the same. You're destroyed. Your sense of self is scattered, fractured. And people, you want people to like you, but you're not even you. And by the time that I was done people pleasing and everyone was like, yo, deuces, I didn't even know who I was. Well, I actually had recognized who I was, but I had realized that I lost who I was completely. It took 4 years, but I finally found empathy for the person I loathe. And this is all not to say that, oh, you should give people pleasers a break. I think you should give yourself a break if you are a people pleaser. And the break would be to stop people pleasing, because it's not doing anyone favors. The end result is not going to be what you think it's going to be. It's not going to keep you safe. It's going to leave you broken.